Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, my fellow YouTubers, Facebookians. Welcome to another edition of Living Simply and Fun. Apparently, this is take two.
This is take two, not apparently.
Well, would you like to take over for me?
No.
Anyways, first I was trying to say in the first video is when it comes to meals, like me and Aaron, we got 3 planned this month, but we also wanted to teach and living simply and fun and educate you that when we buy our meals out, we try to offshoot it with the meals we have that we're purchasing for home.
Offset the costs.
So, anyways, the other thing I wanted to say about it all is use the internet. There is phone apps. Phone apps can give you discounts if you want to just place your order through your phone and pick it up. You know, you can do that with various companies. As I was saying, for example, before you sit there and go with, say, Burger King, Dairy Queen, McDonald's, Arby's, Wendy's, Jack in the Box, Shoney's, compared to, say, Perkins, Denny's, other sit-down restaurants. Compare the prices before you decide to float that much money into it. And look for the specials. Sometimes there's good specials. I mean, once in a while, me and Aaron find a good deal, even though it's fast food. It's classified as fast food. The local pizza here in town.
Yeah, and what I was trying to say that made this a second take was that when we go on our trip, it's going to be very hard for us because there's all sorts of restaurants we don't have in our area, and we're sitting there, ooh, we want to try that, ooh, we want to try that. We're only there a week. And fact of the matter is we could probably only eat out at one good restaurant and 2 or 3 mid-level restaurants. The rest, we got to go Burger King, McDonald's,
I am just going to say for the record, I'm looking forward to the breakfast there since they give you bagels, donuts, cereal, juice, milk, coffee.
I'd like to try something that's really popular in their area that's nowhere else, but
But yes, for example, on our vacation to our not mini vacation, my breast augmentation surgery, to the state that we're going to, we're gonna have to play it by ear and plan carefully, and that means planning very carefully. So, and that doesn't include certain other things. Like, for example, Aaron probably would not admit it to you guys here at Living Simply and Fun, but the thing is we got blessed, semi-blessed, because when we are going through the airport to connect up to our connecting flight, Aaron and I are happy because the say Burger King's there, so we can grab breakfast on the go, where it would be cheaper than, say, paying for the airline food, And that includes the other thing that I was going to say is on our trip, when we take the train, when we take the train, Aaron and I are going to Hope Like Heck, our friend, Muggs, meets us. So then from there we can get something to eat before, trying to get to our hotel. So we thought that was pretty good, So, on that aspect, and then not just on the trip thing for financially, you got to look at your food costs, but you got to also realize that for us, we have to look into the possibilities of more because where we're going for hotel-wise, doesn't have a restaurant or anything, so we have to be very careful. Heck, we could probably take a loaf of bread and some peanut butter with us, and we'd be set till the next morning when we board the plane to go out of Seattle. So, I mean, I don't mind peanut butter sandwiches, I don't mind, The other thing is for planning a trip when it comes to food, and Aaron hasn't talked about this, is sometimes look for a place that has a microwave in your room and a refrigerator. Sometimes the refrigerator comes in handy so you can store stuff in there and then cook it in the microwave as you see fit, which is a really good deal, you know. So all that is stacked up, so you know you got to just look at it. But what I'm trying to say is compare online from all the fast food places that you have around to the sit down restaurants and compare and see if they have specials. If they do, you're doing pretty good. If not, well, you know, it's just different, you know. I mean, for three of us, for me and Aaron and our neighbor, it's approximately between 21 and 35 for Arby's for three of us. So you could look at offsetting it by looking at other options, you know. So, do you have anything to say?
Mm, well, when it comes to the Arby's cost, it's mostly you two. I get that 5 for $5.95 deal or whatever their best special is, because I like those little dollar
Sliders.
No.
Junior roast
the roast
beef.
beef juniors with horsey sauce all over it. And Patty gets usually one of their fancy sandwiches. It's like $7.99 or something. And you usually get two of their fancy
Yes,
sandwiches.
but I buy my own sandwich, don't I? So, but the point is sometimes you got to look at affordability over, you know, other things, you know, and that's not just including that part, but let's just say in this video, since I am doing this for a few, is check out your grocery stores too for affordability as well, just for food, because a lot of people think we're forking out a boatload of money for steaks and shrimp and everything. No,
we don't do that.
We don't do that. We're very, very careful. We usually get pot pies or frozen
we're
pizzas.
only doing steaks this month because of Valentine's Day, and that's planned. So we got to take that out of our total amount we have for groceries, and then go off what we have left for groceries to plan the rest of the month.
So the other thing is when it comes to the grocery stores, also, for example, Aaron likes it, is pasta sauce and pasta. It depends. You can get pasta cheap, but
you can get pasta sauce cheap too.
Depends on what type. I like a pesto sauce and I like a cream sauce.
Pesto sauce is about the cheapest because you pay $3.75 for the jar, but the jar actually lasts for 5 or 6 meals.
So yeah, exactly, and that's something I was gonna say. But sometimes, and me and Aaron went out. We always check now between dry noodles, you know, in a box like spaghetti, rigatoni, elbow macaroni, compared to buying the stuff in the refrigerator section between $3.99 and $6.99, which doesn't give you enough meals. That's a meal for one.
And we got tons of this stuff, the Del Monte traditional spaghetti sauce, and we get that for free all the time.
Not the food.
And we have probably 12 jars of that, so if we ever didn't have money for sauce, we still can make pasta as long as we got noodles, and we get free noodles all the time.
Exactly, food bank. But you see, that this is just to show that when it comes to affordability, you know, when it comes to groceries, you can actually look at it and choose brand names over non-brand names, you know.
Great value at Walmart.
Like me and Aaron uses IGA brands at IGA. Walmart brand is great value. We check out Safeway Select stuff or Safeway brands. Fred Meyer's, Kroger's, Albertsons, if we ever get to Albertsons. All these stores, we use the generic because mostly it's good. And we find the generic is pretty good, you know. There are certain things I will not... Garbage bags, for example, we experimented at the dollar store and we found some that are pretty good. Now, as I said to Aaron yesterday on the garbage bags, getting it for $1, I said, hell, for a Chinese-made product, it isn't bad, you know. And Aaron said, yes, for a Chinese-made product, it isn't bad. So, and so, the other things are, is, what comes to affordability, we also plan meals sometimes in different things. Like this month, we got plans for our crock pot to be used a little more because, it's winter and we're trying to stretch things out and stuff. But all of this is what we do, so we're just very, very, happy and, and that's, between affordability at restaurants and affordability at the grocery stores. Living simply and fun is also cheap, but we don't change the name Living Simply Cheap, but we
Well, as I
utilize the
said,
dollar store.
that is, it's. I forgot the term when you use two adjectives that essentially mean the same thing. Simply means that you're living simple.
And in your means.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, if you're able to make good food out of cheap stuff, that's living simply. If you're, it's also living simply though if you decide that you're just going to make Chef Boyardee out of a can. There's no work behind it. We're not using simply in the fact of, being lazy and not doing any work. We're using simply in the fact of cheap and affordable and fun, is because we still have entertainment, we have things that we do, and we find ways to make sure that we can afford this stuff.
Exactly. So,
We never live without.
So, like I said, when it comes to all of this, when it comes to certain things, we always look at every option when we're at the dollar store or the grocery stores. I mean, sometimes we go to Walmart or Safeway or the dollar store, the large dollar store, and we'll put down every aisle slowly just to see what we need and what would be affordable.
Or what we've been needing and might find very cheap.
Exactly, like certain items we need, we always look to see, if they're affordable, and then, we do it. So, it's really, very, very good, and I've also learned that sometimes you can rely on, and I'm very, very, anti in a bit, and that's just me, but sometimes you got to sit there and realize that certain items made in China are pretty dang good. I mean, the quality of the garbage bags we got were really good,
Yeah, it depends on what they're doing. Are they making a high quality product or a cheapo product? And that's all up to the company who's manufacturing.
Exactly.
If they want to pay for decent work, they'll get decent work. If they want to pay for garbage work, you're going to get garbage supply.
Exactly. So you got to look at it. Now, my only gripe was to Aaron was, like, my makeup remover is from China. Well, I said, what type of chemicals are in it? But you know what? Maybe it's a good quality product. I mean, look at it. The Chinese wear makeup too, so.
Actually, you were complaining about hand soap because it's partially made with water, and their water is highly polluted.
Exactly. And that
was a valid thought.
But anyways, this video isn't all about Chinese versus American. I could do that one a little later for you guys in the month. But anyways, so, affordability is where it's at. And by the way, while we're talking about affordability, because I'm going to have Aaron do the topic and the tags, because he's good at that, and I'm having a light brain fart. But the affordability just does not include just food. It also includes certain things like our travel. I mean, I had to go and Aaron knew I waited I watched for about several months, and then I went and ordered our tickets. I look over everything. I compared train to plane to bus. And then people, and some people say, oh, well, you're a woman and you're very thorough at what you do. Well, I just want to make sure we get our money's worth. So the other thing I was going to say is we also look at affordability in clothes. We don't go and sit there and buy stuff that brand names. We try to look for stuff that is, purely affordable. That's the main thing, So, on that, um, on the affordability scale, and that's just, for everyday items that we really do need, because of the whole ordeal. I mean, as we just said, we could always do a video later about Chinese made versus American made. I mean, look, this is made in China, but you don't see me complaining about a warm knit hat from China. So,
Well, the main thing I look at when I look at Chinese-made products is, do they look good? Are they sturdy? And if it looks poorly built, you see cracks in half the items on the shelf that match, or something like that, you can't trust them. Now, garbage bags, you don't know until you've tried them.
exactly. So, and that's the thing with us is we live simply and fun, but we also live in a affordable world, so we can do something. Same goes with looking, say, for example, on our purchases. Besides having a budget, we also plan for looking up stuff on, say, Amazon. And when we do place an order, we actually sit there and try to utilize the $35 Prime shipping, because why should we be paying for, say, let's just say I order 10 items and the shipping's $4 times 10, there's 40 bucks. But if I try to condense it all into it, it will be like one price or free shipping, even though I gotta wait several days. So, And Aaron's utilized free shipping. He doesn't sit there and pay 2-day or 3-day. He just takes the Prime shipping. But when it comes to cigars, he wants to make sure his cigars get in 2 days. So, but yes, that's the last thing I wanted to say about the thing is, it's like cigars. Cigars, when it comes to us, we look for affordability, but we also look for stuff we haven't tried a lot. And if we do like something, we'll stick with it.
The main reason I do 2-day with cigars is it's like $8.99 for 5-day or whatever, and so it's only like $4 more to do it 2-day. And then I know the day that it's coming in, and usually at the beginning of the month we're running crazy everywhere, and I don't trust my package being left on my doorstep with the neighbors I have. So I need to know it's coming in today so that I can get it today,
So there you have it. With me, I try to do the free shipping as much as possible because I'm not really in a hurry, and so etc. etc. So you know how it goes. But there you have it. So comes affordability. We always live within our budget.
Lunch is pretty much ready to go.
And because of that, we're ready to go. Oh, and for a couple of people out there, please do not write us about the food bank. Thank you. So, with that said, everyone, I will try to sit down eventually, maybe during this month, since we're going to have cigar reviews and other things and food making things like how to make lamb next month and etc. I might sit down for about 10 to 15 minutes or less and discuss certain things, American versus Chinese made products, or American and Korean, for example. A lot of things are being made in Korea now. So, with that said, everyone, my lunch is ready, Aaron's lunch is ready, and then I got to take a bubble bath. So, please add and subscribe, post comments, leave feedback, suggestion. Thank you, and may God bless you all.